Anyways,
Yeah.
because you have done a deep dive on bone health recently. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Oh, yes. Oh, do you want to get me started? Because you're right about
Yeah.
hormones.
Your story is great. You
Yeah,
managed to.
well, bone health is obviously hot on the press right now. Loads of people are interested in it because I think there's more information about it, and we know that we can test. And in my biohacking community, we test, measure, and assess all the time. And we can test because normally we get tested at 65 when it's too late. That's when insurance usually covers this stuff. But if anybody's been on social media and watching any kind of a menopause influencer, you know she's talking about bones and that it may be worth paying a little extra penny because it's not that expensive to get a scan, a bone scan, and see where you're at. And what I'm seeing in my community is that many women in their 40s and 50s have osteopenia, which is the phase just before osteoporosis. It's low bone density. And so we have this fear going, oh my goodness, if we have low bone density now in our 50s, what's going to happen when I'm 70 and 80? And what happens is very often you have a fracture and a fall, or sometimes a fall and a fracture, and then you are have a 20 to 30%, if you're over the age of 65, 20 to 30% of dying within a year. And this is a pretty major statistic. And it only actually, it creates fear. And I repeat this statistic. And also I always pull myself back and say, wait, hang on a second. It's over 65, and it's those people who are a little bit more frail, and it's if you have strong bone, I mean strong muscles, if you are generally quite healthy, you may not be in that category. So I don't want to have people have more fear than they need, but at the same time, it is concerning. So we have to get perspective on this. But it's that fear that drives me nuts because we all kind of go get a scan, get a number, and then what do we do? What do we do? If you have low bone density, sometimes your doctor will say, you know what, just walk and take calcium. And we know that's not going to be enough. And in the next 10 years, you're losing more and more bone because as we go through menopause without our estrogen, we are more at risk for more bone breakdown than actual buildup. I'm going to
Mhm.
stop right there because I'm going
Yeah.
to.
Yeah, but listen, I love your passion about this. It's such an important thing to talk about because it is that element of the musculoskeletal syndrome of menopause. I love talking about this subject. That is probably the most ignored. Like we just kind of assume our bones are doing their thing, they're hanging out, whatever, but it is something that we need to know. How do we actually build bone, especially if we've been told we're osteopenic?
Yeah,
Because
bone
we
is
don't feel it.
No,
no.
So
exactly.
it's not like I wanted to say almost like it's not a sexy topic, but I
No.
think it's not sexy because it's not something that women are coming in droves going, this is happening to me. I feel this. Like, help me. Because
Yeah.
we don't feel it until you break your bone in most
Yeah.
cases.
Mm-hmm.
Because
It's a
you had
silent
no idea,
killer.
right, Zora?
Yeah, no, I had no idea. So my own story is I actually had 53. I took my DEXA scan. I've been taking DEXA scans. These are bone scans that we can go and get. And I've always had DEXA scans, pretty very good bones, very good bone density. But I took it 1 year and I had osteopenia. So I understand very well that fear. And myself, thinking, oh my goodness, what am I going to do when I'm older? It kind of made sense to me because at the time, I had osteoarthritis, which is a joint problem. My joints were, I was losing my cartilage. I had a lot of pain, and it was a slow degradation of my joints, which is different than the bone. So I was told, don't do impact, don't do strength. So here I am, not doing the exercises. And actually, at the time, too, I was just starting hormones. So I had baby dosage of hormones because I didn't understand it at the time. And when I put the pieces together, I said, you know what? It kind of makes sense, but I'm going to reverse this. And so there are many things we can do, which is great because we can reverse osteoporosis and we can reverse osteopenia. And I, and but it takes work. So I want all men to not have that fear. Osteoarthritis is a little harder to reverse. Many people are not as successful, including myself. And I eventually had 2 total hip replacements. So after I got my operations, I just was full force because I have a rod in my leg, and I need to grow the bone around the rod. So in order to live an active life that I want to have, I had to build that bone. It was really important to me. So and eventually I did, and I had another scan, and I'm able to happily say that I've now have good bones. Actually, I'm now in the
Amazing.
green.